Oh, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hope that you're doing well. Hope you're having a lovely day. Appreciate you coming out. Well, I guess you're not really coming out. Unless you're outside and you're watching me outside. Doesn't the sun like hit the screen and then never mind. Today we're listening to the Boomtown Rats. I have never heard of this band, but we're gonna be listening to the track Rat Trap. This is off of their album. Hold on, I don't even have it up. Hold on, this is right here. A Tonic for the Troops. This was released in 1978. This recommendation came from Rydell, so Rydell, appreciate you. Thank you so much. I've never heard of them, but Rydell had said that these guys and this song would kind of help me in my punk journey a little bit, help me in that side of things. So as always, I'm kind of looking for more stuff, new stuff, old stuff. That's new stuff to me. We're just here to have a good time. Now I gotta say, I'm looking at their Spotify profile picture. They're a bit intimidating. It's just 4 guys. One in a leather jacket, everyone else in some thick, what is that? I don't even know. Jackets, and they got rat mask on. It's kind of scary. Let's go ahead and get into the music. Thank you so much for being here. This is the Boomtown Rats, which is a fun name. I'm kind of getting an idea of like big band and punk. Just based off of the name, that's what I'm getting. Rat Trap. Let's get it.
Lot of rockin' going on that night. Cruising time for the young bright lights. Just down past the gas works by the meat factory door, the 5 Lamb Boys were coming on strong. The Saturday night city beat had already started, and the punks of the corner boys just sprang into action. And young Billy watched it under the yellow street light and said, "Tonight, up all night. It's gonna be a night." Traps had been sprung long before he was born. He said, hope as the dust behind all the closed doors, and pus and grime ooze from its scab-dusted sword. The screaming and crying in the high-rise block, it's a rat trap, get it, but you're already caught. Hey, you can make it if you wanna, or you need it bad enough. You're young and good-looking, and you're acting kinda tough anyway. It's Saturday night, time to see what's going down. Put on the bright suit, baby, head for the right side of town. It's only 8 o'clock, but you're already bored. You don't know what it is, but there's gotta be more. You better find a way out. Hey, kick down that door. It's a rat trap, and you've been caught. In this town, Billy says everybody's trying to tell you what to do. Everybody says you gotta follow me. You walk back to the traffic lights, you switch and you left your right. You push in that button and that button goes that light. If you walk to walk, walk to walk, talk to talk, talk to talk, walk to walk, walk to walk, talk to talk, talk to talk. Hey, Billy, take a walk, take a walk, take a walk. Billy, take a walk, take a walk. Billy, take a walk, take a walk, take a walk. Hey, Billy, take a walk with me. Down through all that misery. Swing high, swing free. Little Judy's trying to watch Top of the Pops. gets the cold. She finally finds Billy down at the Italian cafe. When he's drunk, it's hard to understand why Billy stands, but then he mumbles in his coffee and he suddenly roars, "It's a red trap, Judy!" And we been.
You've been caught in a rat trap. Oh, whoa, whoa, what's that? Okay, the Boomtown Rats. Okay, so I wasn't quite right when I said big band and punk, but there are some horns going on. There are some horns, which is really unexpected. This is, I don't know, take what I say with a grain of salt. This is kind of like, kind of punky? I don't know what other part it would be. I don't think I would call it new wave. I don't know. What do I know? Either way, so energetic. So fun. Love the bass playing. Love the horns. Love the piano. All of that makes for a really nice little tonic that goes down pretty easy. That's going to be Bob Geldof on the vocals and the saxophone. So he's doing both. I like that a lot. That was a pretty good combination that I wasn't expecting in the music, but it works so well in here. It's not so overly angsty, I would say, to like get towards a true punk kind of sound. But it still has that attitude to it. And it's telling a really good story, which I'm not sure exactly of the details. I'll have to read about that when we get into the lyrics. But there is a story there to follow. Drumming, high energy. Like the guitar work as well. That bass, though. Pete Burkett. That's a cool name. Pete Burkett. He's on the bass here. And they're all in the vocals. Every single one of them, except Gary Cott on the guitar, is handling some vocal duties on here. That's really, really cool. I like that. Let me pull it back a little bit, because there's some interesting stuff in here that makes it sound just a little bit unique. That right there, hold on, I had it. There's the little fast falling cadence of the keys. That's cool. I'm trying to find this one section though. Love the quiver on the guitar. There's a little moment, I want to say after the chorus, that there's like a little half-tempo breakdown. I love that. They do that a few times near the beginning and then once near the end. But I thought that was a really cool way to kind of slow down the music, give it a little bit of an air to it, an atmosphere to it, and then just kick right back into it. And those horns just make this feel like an urban tale of some sorts. And that section right there, it reminds me of, there's a song that it reminds me of, and I can hear it. Y'all are gonna laugh at me. You're gonna laugh at me. You're gonna laugh at me. But just that brief few seconds there, after this, when he comes in vocally, if you changed it just a little bit, you could swing it into Jesse's Girl. I know. There's like two comments out there. They're like, what are you talking about? That sounds nothing like it. Did you hear it? It sounds a little bit like Jesse's Girl. But either way, Rat Trap has got me in snap. That's cool.
And we been.
That's cool. That's a good track. That was fun. Let me know what you guys thought of that, though. Let's get into these lyrics. The Boomtown Rats. What a fun name, too. There was a lot of rocking going on that night. Cruising time for the young bright lights. Just down past the gasworks by the meat factory door, the 5 Lamp Boys were coming on strong. Who are the 5 Lamp Boys? I'm just assuming that's the name of their crew. The Saturday night city beat already had started, and the pulse of the corner boys just sprang into action, and young Billy watched it under the yellow streetlight and said, "Tonight of all nights, there's going to be a fight." You got two gangs. You got the corner boys and you got the five lamp boys. Billy don't like it living here in this town. He says the traps have been sprung long before he was born. He says hope bites the dust behind all the closed doors, and pus and grime ooze from its scabs, crusted sores. They're screaming and crying in the high-rise blocks. It's a rat trap, Billy, but you're already caught. So he was born into this situation, into this area that was like a trap. It's dangerous for him at any moment. Of course, it could just catch him like that. And he says, he describes his surroundings as a rat trap that he has already been caught in. That's cool. You can make it if you want to, or you need it bad enough. You're young and good looking, and you're acting kind of tough. In this town, Billy says, everybody tries to tell you what to do. In this town, Billy says, everybody says you got to follow the rules. You walk up to those traffic lights, switch from your left to your right. You push in that button, and that button comes a light. It tells you walk, don't walk, walk, don't walk, talk, don't talk. So the city, in a sense, is laying down its rules. Walk, don't walk, like when you're at a crosswalk. But at the same time, it's almost more relating to his situation, wherein everyone, down to the city itself, is telling him what to do. And does he want to follow those rules? What happens if he doesn't follow those rules? Little Judy's trying to watch Top of the Pops, which I think was kind of like a top 40 radio show or TV show, maybe. I really have no idea. But Mom and Dad are fighting. Don't they ever stop? She takes her coat and walks on the street. It's cold on that road, but it's got that home beat. It's a dangerous place. It's cold, but it's still home. Deep down in her pocket, she finds 50p. And now is that any way for a young girl to be? I'm going to get out of school, work in some factory, work all the hours God gave me, get myself a little easy money. Now. Her mind's made up. She walks down the street, her hands in her pockets, coat button against the cold. She finally finds Billy down at the Italian cafe, and when he's drunk, it's hard to understand what Billy says. But then he mumbles in his coffee, and he suddenly roars, "It's a rat trap, Judy, and we've been caught." He is just wholly frustrated with the situation, understanding this predicament that they've been born into, that they're living in, and just trying to find some way out of it. But like he says, and he keeps on saying, rat trap, you've been caught in a rat trap, just where they are. That's really cool. I like these lyrics, and I like the energy of the band and how they sound. I'm just looking here. It says, when the song was performed on Top of the Pops, as the UK new #1, the band members began by tearing up pictures of Travolta and Newton-John to emphasize the fact that the pair, who had spent a total of 16 weeks out of the preceding 22 at the top of the charts, had been disposed. That's one way to make an entrance. To dispose the king, the previous king, and bring in the new emperor. Geldof mimed the saxophone part on a candelabra. And just he explained in his autobiography, "Is that it?" They had forbidden him to play saxophone on the video, as obviously I hadn't done so on the record. Oh, so he didn't play the saxophone? There? Okay. Hey, this is interesting. Okay. When I was looking at the Wikipedia personnel for this track, it had him on saxophone. When I look at the song Wikipedia for this track, it's going to be Alan Holmes on saxophone. Okay, so that's why they didn't want him to play the saxophone, because he didn't play it on this track. Oh. That's kind of interesting. Hey, let me know what you guys thought of the track, though. You can let me know in the comments down below. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much for being... I feel a sneeze. Thank you so much for being here. You can follow me on Twitter, support the channel on Patreon, and I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to grab your coat on the way out. Heard it's cold outside. I'll see you later. Bye.